This legislative summary is provided to you by Main Street Insider. This week we examine House Joint Resolution 44, the 2-week continuing resolution to keep the government running. Unable to enact a new budget for fiscal year 2011, Congress has instead maintained fiscal year 2010 spending levels through a series of continuing resolutions, the latest of which was scheduled to expire on March 4th. However, Republicans have demanded significant spending cuts as a condition for passing another extension.
The bill keeps the government running for another 2 weeks while the parties continue to negotiate on spending cuts through the end of the fiscal year. Republicans want to cut more than $60 billion from agency budgets over the coming months, a preview to even bigger and much more controversial cuts that Republicans are seeking in the longer term.
The measure would cut $4 billion in annual spending, or about $154 million when prorated over 2 weeks. The cuts include 8 programs that were proposed for termination by President Obama, totaling $1.24 billion and $2.7 billion of non-defense earmarks. Supporters see this compromise as necessary to avert a government shutdown while negotiations toward a longer-term solution continue.
We certainly cannot continue business as usual, just kicking the can down the road, as we say, and not getting reform.
While the reasoning of opponents is varied, some argue that the education cuts are harmful to children.
What we debate today undermines our future by stripping support for some pressing educational challenges without redirecting those critical resources to meet the educational needs of our children.
H.J. Res. 44 was enacted into law in the first days of March and is effective through the 18th. Tune in next Monday for another episode of 90 Second Summaries at MainStreetInsider.org.